All right, everyone, welcome back to semester 2, where we're going to kick off by talking about polynomials. Good job on your midterms, by the way. I was very proud of all of you. Today, we are going to do some investigating of polynomials. I'm going to need you to take out your Chromebooks. I'm going to need you to have this worksheet out. Online people, everything is on Google Classroom for you, so you can be ready to go. Open up a few tabs there. And if you want to, go ahead and click the GeoGebra app from the App Store there, so we're ready to rock and roll. So what we're going to talk about today here is going to be curve behavior and behavior, as you'll see on the sheet here in just a second. So curve behavior, or end behavior, that's the more formal notation, that's what our book's going to use, is basically what is the graph doing on the left and what is the graph doing on the right, okay, in your own words. Now, you can be as simple as you want. You can talk about up and down and left and right. You can talk about infinity and negative infinity. I do not care. And you cannot be wrong today. Right? This is a very open-ended activity. All right, so curve behavior, what's happening on the left, what's happening on the right. And the way that we're going to talk about this is we're going to use GeoGebra to analyze some pictures here. All right, so if you would please open up your GeoGebra apps, as I have here, and I want everyone to right-click anywhere on the screen there and click Show Grid, and just make sure that your major and minor grid lines are on so you can see a little bit of a better picture here. So that's right-click, Show Grid, and make sure major and minor grid lines are on. And then we're going to come over to the Input feature here, and we are going to put in a few sliders here that are going to control the coefficients of our polynomial today. So we're going to do A equals 1, hit Enter, B equals 1, hit Enter, C equals 1, D equals 1, and E equals 1. You're going to see 5 sliders pop up, and there's a play button, and then you can control it on your own over here. And that's what we're going to do today. We're going to end up controlling those and hitting the play button just to watch what happens when we change these coefficients. Are there any questions so far? Anybody online have any questions? Wonderful. All right, now the next thing we need to do is put in our general function. And again, these coefficients are going to be controlled by the sliders. So we're going to just put in with letters, all right, y equals a x. Now we need to insert the 4th power. How we do that is Shift 6. That's going to put an exponent there, and then hit the number 4. And you can see that it is up in the exponent. It's in that superscript notation. And just like with your calculators, you need to come back down to the main line. So I want you to hit the right arrow. It's going to bring you out of the exponent. And then we're going to keep inserting letters and variables. So we're going to do plus bx, Shift 6 up to the exponent, and put a 3 in for the cubed power. Hit the right arrow. It's going to bring us back down to the main line. Plus cx, Shift 6, 2 for cx squared. Hit the right arrow, come back down to the main line. And then plus dx and plus e for our constant. And then you can go ahead and hit Enter. And you should see, give or take a different color, the same polynomial as mine right now. The graph should be exactly the same because we all have our coefficients set to 1 from what we typed in up above. Are there any questions? Does anybody need any help typing that in? Excellent. All right. So now what we're going to do, as you can see on our worksheet here, we are going to change our coefficients to all positive numbers, and they can be any positive number that you want. You can slide them wherever you want. Just make sure they're positive, and then we're going to record our polynomial. So I'm going to take my sliders. They can be whole numbers. They can be decimals. It does not matter. I'm just going to slide them to the right. So I've got different coefficients going on here, and I'm going to record my polynomial, and I would like for you to do the exact same thing. All right, so here we go. I've got 3.8 x to the 4th plus 4.1 x cubed plus 3.8 x squared plus 3.3x plus 2.4. Now yours will be different, and that's okay. But the effects of this activity should be the exact same for everybody, as long as we have a positive coefficient going on right here. All right? Now, we're going to record our degree. As we talked about with quadratics, the degree is the highest exponent. So here, our degree, our highest exponent is a 4. We have all positive coefficients here on our leading term. So I want you, in your own words, to look at your graph and tell me what is the curve doing on the left and what is the curve doing on the right. Again, you can be simple, you can be complex. Just tell me what it's doing. It could be one word, it could be a small statement. If you can fit a sentence in there, that's fine too. Then what you're going to do is you're going to set your leading coefficient to any negative number that you want. So you're going to switch that a value to any negative number that you want, write your polynomial down, and complete the second row in the table. And then the last thing that you'll do on your own is you're going to change your coefficients. You can either hit the play button or you can control them on your own for B, C, D, and E, and tell me if those changes affect the end behavior at all, or if they don't, you're just going to write no down on the line down below. Are there any questions? All right, I'm going to give you about 5 or 10 minutes to work on your own. Then we'll come back together. We'll discuss this as a group. Begin.